In a historic and absolutely earth-shattering move, Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge, has made a stunning decision that has rocked the British monarchy to its core. The royal family, long known for its meticulous control of its image, for keeping its most intimate matters hidden from the public eye, has found itself thrust into the harsh glare of the spotlight. This time, however, it's not about the scandals or affairs that have often made headlines. This time, it's about a decision so unexpected, so controversial, that it threatens to tear apart everything the monarchy has worked for over the centuries. Prince William, in a move that seems almost calculated to disrupt the royal order, has chosen to expose the contents of Queen Elizabeth II's final will to the world. The very document that was considered a closely guarded secret, whose contents had been a topic of endless speculation and whispers among courtiers and royal insiders, is now open for public consumption. This is a breach of tradition like no other, and the ripple effects are felt far and wide. For centuries, the royal family has carefully protected the sanctity of the monarchy's decisions, especially those related to succession, inheritance, and the future of the crown. Queen Elizabeth's will was seen as the ultimate royal document, a record of her final wishes, her plans for the future of the monarchy, and the preservation of its image. As the monarch, she had the ultimate power to determine not only the future of the monarchy, but also the fate of her children, grandchildren, and the entire institution that had been at the center of British life for centuries. To have it made public is a move that fundamentally changes the game, and Prince William is at the center of it all. Prince William's decision is not only shocking because of its rarity and dramatic impact on the royal family's internal workings, but also because of the timing. Queen Elizabeth passed away just a few months ago, and her funeral was an event that unified the nation in mourning. The royal family, led by King Charles, was still in the process of grieving and adjusting to their new roles when the will was read. But the moment it was revealed, everything changed. Queen Elizabeth's final wishes were not what anyone expected. The contents of the will, when they were finally disclosed, sent shockwaves through the royal family, the British public, and the world. At the heart of Queen Elizabeth's will was a decision that no one saw coming, a decision that would irreversibly alter the future of the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth, in her infinite wisdom and with a view to the future, had made the bold and controversial choice to name Prince William as the primary heir to the throne, bypassing her own son, King Charles. The move has raised many eyebrows, sparking fierce debate among royal commentators and insiders. It is a bold step, one that carries with it a profound message. Queen Elizabeth, despite her deep love for her son, had come to the conclusion that the monarchy needed to evolve, that it needed new leadership to guide it through the complex challenges of the 21st century. This decision to pass the mantle to William, who has long been seen as the future of the royal family, speaks volumes about the Queen's vision for the monarchy. In many ways, it was a recognition that the monarchy, while steeped in tradition, could not afford to cling to outdated practices. Queen Elizabeth, who had always been the epitome of grace, stability, and continuity, had come to understand that the royal family's survival depended on adapting to the changing times. And in doing so, she had placed her trust in Prince William and his wife, Princess Catherine, to take on the mantle of leadership, a role that would allow them to modernize the monarchy while keeping its core values intact. But while Queen Elizabeth may have seen this as a necessary step for the monarchy's survival, the shockwaves it created were profound and deeply unsettling for many within the royal family. The most immediate and intense reaction came from King Charles, who had spent his entire life preparing for this moment. As the eldest son, he had always assumed that the throne would pass to him upon the death of his mother. However, the will revealed a different reality, a reality in which his son, Prince William, was now the central figure in the monarchy. This was a devastating blow to Charles, who had long prepared himself for the day when he would take on the title of king. Instead, he found himself facing the harsh reality that his mother, the Queen, had entrusted the future of the monarchy to his son. Charles's reaction to the contents of the will was a mixture of disbelief, shock, and deep hurt. It was a moment of profound betrayal, not just from his mother, but from the institution he had dedicated his entire life to. For years, he had been the heir apparent, the one who would eventually carry the royal torch. And now, that torch was being handed over to his son, a man who, while capable and respected, had always been considered the heir to the next generation. The emotional weight of this decision could not have been more intense for King Charles, who now found himself in a position of uncertain power. How could he reconcile this monumental shift with his own sense of identity and duty? How would he rebuild his relationship with William after this bombshell? For Queen Camilla, this revelation was equally disorienting. As Queen Consort, she had worked tirelessly to secure her place by her husband's side, believing that together, they would lead the royal family into a new era. Camilla had long been viewed as a divisive figure in the royal family, but with the title of Queen Consort now firmly in her grasp, she believed she had finally reached the pinnacle of her journey. But the will's contents turned everything upside down. The Queen's decision to sideline Charles in favor of William left Camilla in an uncomfortable position. Her role, while important, was now overshadowed by the shift in leadership. The monarchy, according to Queen Elizabeth's final wishes, was to be led by William and Catherine. This raised unsettling questions for Camilla about her place within the royal hierarchy. Had she been relegated to the sidelines? This tension between the king and queen consort, who had been at odds with William and Catherine for years, began to emerge more clearly than ever. Queen Camilla had always viewed William as a figurehead, someone who represented the future, but was still young and untested. Now, she had to reckon with the idea that William was the future, and she was not part of that future in the way she had hoped. The royal family's internal battles, however, were not the only consequences of this dramatic revelation. The public's reaction to Queen Elizabeth's final will has been just as intense. For the people of Britain, the monarchy is an institution that has symbolized stability and tradition. The idea of a monarchy led by someone so much younger than the current monarch was unsettling for many. What would the future hold for them under Prince William's rule? Would the monarchy lose its connection to the history and traditions that had made it an enduring symbol of national pride? The monarchy, after all, had survived centuries of turmoil by remaining steadfast and unchanging. But now, in an increasingly modern world, it faced the pressing question: could it survive by changing? Could it adapt to the demands of a younger generation? As the royal family grapples with the emotional turmoil brought about by Queen Elizabeth's will, one thing is clear: the monarchy's future has been irrevocably altered. The questions surrounding succession, power, and the future role of each family member are now more pressing than ever. The royal family has been irrevocably changed, and the consequences of Queen Elizabeth's decision will resonate for generations to come. The royal family has long been a symbol of continuity, tradition, and unity. But with the revelations brought to light by Queen Elizabeth's will, the monarchy finds itself standing on the precipice of a new era. Will Prince William be able to unite the fractured royal family and lead the nation through these uncertain times? Or will the tensions and divisions brought to the surface by this monumental decision tear the family apart? In the end, one thing is certain: the monarchy's future is now in the hands of the younger generation. Prince William and Princess Catherine are the new faces of the royal family, and it will be up to them to determine whether the monarchy can evolve while still remaining true to its history. The stakes are higher than ever, and the world will be watching as the royal family navigates this unprecedented new chapter in their storied history.